So I'm in my truck right now, getting ready to head down to Lumpy's, and we're going to do a spark plug change on my 2012 Ford Expedition. So while we're there, in case you haven't caught on, remember Lumpy doesn't like to be called Lumpy. It's an old high school name, so let's have some fun with them while we're working out in this garage. Get the plugs changed out of this Expedition, and we'll show you what it takes to get them out of there. Right, so I picked up some spark plugs for my Expedition, and the part number on them for my 2012 is SP-509. So the first thing we're going to do before we get out the plugs is we're going to take off the middle piece of the air filter tube that goes into the motor right there. And it should come out pretty easy. And that'll allow you to access the top of the motor a little bit easier. Alright, so we're going to start with the first plug facing us on the driver's side. And what size socket do we have?
It's 7mm to remove the coil. And we're going to squeeze the tab for the injector plug right here. On the back side where my thumb is, you squeeze it. Give a little wiggle, it comes off. I'm going to take the 7mm off. I would use hand tools for all of this stuff. I wouldn't try and impact any of this with a speed gun or anything. Make sure that you don't drop any of your screws.
The reason for that is there's a lot of heat under the motor. Things can become brittle, right? Yeah. And if you use like impact stuff, or if you use like a drill, something that could break anything that's brittle.
And this screw, when we get it out and you look at the thread size on it, it's not very beefy. So.
No. Okay, yeah, you don't want to break the actual screw by putting too much torque on it.
I'm going to grab onto the coil. I'll remove it. When we looked up the application for the plugs, it asked you if you had a brown boot. This one has the brown boot. So we're going to wipe these boots down, and we're going to inspect them to make sure there's no cracks where your spark could jump out and hit the side of the valve cover and arc. And so we'll wipe this down clean. We're going to spray them with silicone. Tony's going to do that. And then we're going to put a small blob of dielectric grease in here. And that's what was in there originally. You can see the old remnant of it. Yep. And that helps the boot not stay stuck onto the plug when you go and remove it. This is under extreme heat. This will bake to the spark plug if there is no dielectric grease on it right there. So we're going to get ready to pull the plug out. I have a 5/8 socket, 6-point with the rubber bushing inside. I tape my extension on so it gives you a little rigidity there. Now there's some debris right here that is kind of some crud and stuff, and we're going to fire the vacuum up here and just vacuum this out to make sure nothing falls down into the hole.
So what do we got going on, Steve?
So we got the boot off for the spark plug, the coil boot and the coil, and we vacuumed the sand out of the pocket there, but sand has gone down into the hole.
The hole right there where the spark plug sits, you can see the tip of the plug.
So we took the blowgun and we just blew it out, and now we can get the spark plug socket to fit on it. Now traditionally they're 5/8 spark plug sockets, but this one is a 14mm. It's fitting on the plug nice and snug. So we're going to go ahead and remove the first plug. You should be able to feel, you could hear that socket drop down onto the plug. So you want to make sure that you can hear that so that you know you're getting a good grip on the plug and you don't strip it out. Okay. Very slowly. if we feel this thing binding up, that's what we would spray the carburetor cleaner down in the hole for, and we would move on to the next plug and let the carburetor cleaner do its work.
So this truck has 103,000 on it. I'm guessing the plugs have never been changed. What's your guess?
Yeah, I'd say that they're more than likely original. I don't have a rubber boot inside my socket, so we're going to see if this thing comes out. And it didn't, so I have a tool.
So if you have a piece of rubber gas line kicking around in your garage, or a piece of rubber hose that'll fit on the tip of the spark plug, you can grab it out with that. It's kind of an old mechanic's trick, right, buddy?
Yeah.
You can put spark plugs in that way too, if you have a spark plug in a hard spot to reach.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to try a magnet.
Yeah, we might have to magnet that one out. Let's go fishing.
Okay. So here's our first plug.
Yep.
And we look at the contact area on it, it's definitely got some wear on it.
Sure.
This is original equipment plug. So we're gonna put a thin coat of Never Sees on this, and we're gonna get a rubber socket to fit nice and tight on, a piece of rubber hose to fit nice and tight and start the new one.
All right.
So we've got the new spark plugs out here, and the original gap on his old plug that we took out to show you the wear on it is gapping out at 54 thousandths. Now you can't bend these tips are so small you'll break that off. So the plugs come pre-gapped. So just to do a comparison on all of these four, we checked them, and you're at about 36 thousandths, 37 thousandths, some are 35, they're very close. So this plug is gone 20 thousandths gap wear. So that's how worn this plug is. These are identical matching numbers. So now we're going to put some Never Sees on the threads of this plug, and we're going to put our boot on it. We're going to reinstall it back into the truck.
Good.
So we have the new plug on our makeshift boot here. And we're going to put a thin coat of Never Sees on the threads. And we're going to go reinstall this back into the truck. Okay, so we have our area all cleaned. Our plugs are pre-gapped. We have the Never Sees on there. We're going to slide this back down into the hole, find our happy medium spot, and we're going to start our thread. So now that we got it started, we're starting it by hand with the socket. It's threading down nice and easy with the new Never Sees on there. Okay, we're feeling it start the bottom. We're going to put the ratchet on and work it down so that it bottoms out. Snug is all you really need. And I got my socket taped on so it came out.
Nice.
Now we're going to take this boot and we'll wipe all of this off, dirt and debris off on it. We're going to spray this with silicone spray. Bought at a local hardware store. Spray it over the barrel here. We want to coat the sides of it. And after we put this in place, we're going to inspect, we make sure there's no cracks here. And after we get this all in place, we're going to, this dries real quick, we're going to put a small blob of dielectric grease in here like we had talked about. And after it's all put down in place and bolted in, at the end of the job, we're going to spray the heads with silicone around the plugs just to make sure everything is sealed tight. And I have the dielectric grease here. All we want is just a little blob in here. That's all I need. And now we're going to reinstall the boot. Get our bolt here. I'm going to do the same thing and put a little bit of Never-Seez on the threads of that.
So I need like a little bit on that as well, right?
Yep. Just so the next guy is going to like it if he ever has to go in there again.
That'd be me. So that's pretty much how you have to do each and every single spark plug, right, Steve?
Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and do the rest of them and tighten this back down. And like I said, you just want it's snug. That's it. That's all we need to do. And anytime you're looking at electrical connectors, you want to inspect your connector. Make sure your pins are clean and tight. Visual inspection is great. I mean, you could put a little bit of dielectric grease on there if you wanted. They look nice and clean. We're going to spray them with silicone spray at the end. We can plug this back on. Listen for the click. First one is done. On to the next.
Sweet. All right.
Okay, so we got the plugs done on this side, and go over it again. We had the boots off, the coils off. We silicone sprayed them, and then we put dielectric grease inside the boots. Now we got all the plugs changed. We put Loctite, we put Never-Seez on the threads. We have everything tightened back down with the plugs. We blew out each hole individually. Everything's blown and clean on this side. We're just gonna silicone spray the coils and the wires right now so that everything is sealed up. Stuff dries really quick. All right, that side's all set. On to the next.
All right, so we just wrapped up changing the plugs on the passenger side of the motor. It went pretty easy. We didn't run into any hang-ups or any snags. If we had, we would have filmed it for you guys. So, just follow the procedure we started off with at the beginning of the film. And, we blew all the spark plug motors out. There's a lot of sand in it. And when we did that, we kind of put a rag in the intake over there, coming out of the air filter tube, so no sand would get down inside of there. So hope you liked the video. If you have any questions, leave a comment, and we'll reply back to you. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching.